For centuries, the image of pirates has been surrounded by mystery, adventure, and greed. People imagine rough men with swords and eye patches sailing across vast oceans, chasing treasure ships and burying mountains of gold under lonely islands. But behind those romantic legends lies a darker and more fascinating truth. When real pirates captured ships in the 1600s and 1700s, they didn't simply hoard gold for fun. Every coin, gem, and jewel had a purpose. What pirates did with stolen gold reveals an entire hidden world of underground trade, secret economies, and unspoken codes that governed life on the seas. When a pirate ship attacked a merchant vessel, chaos would erupt. The pirates would first seize control of the ship, killing or imprisoning the crew. Then came the division of the prize, a ritual that determined how the loot would be shared. Gold, silver, spices, rum, silk, and jewels were all part of the booty. The pirate code dictated that the captain would take a slightly larger portion, but not much more than his crew. Surprisingly, many pirates followed this rule of fairness strictly. It was this equality that made men join pirate crews willingly. The stolen gold was counted, melted down, or traded depending on its form. But pirates never simply stored it in chests under their beds. They used it strategically. In the golden age of piracy, roughly between 1650 and 1730, gold was not only a symbol of power but a tool of survival. Pirates had no banks, no safe houses, and no legal way to spend their wealth. Many lived under false names in port cities from the Caribbean to Madagascar. After a successful raid, a pirate ship might vanish into small coastal towns like Nassau, Tortuga, or Port Royal, infamous places that acted as safe zones for sea criminals. In these pirate havens, gold changed hands quickly. Smugglers, tavern owners, corrupt officials, and even local merchants helped pirates convert their stolen treasure into food, weapons, and pleasures. Gold would often be melted into small bars, hidden inside barrels of rum or sacks of spices, making it nearly impossible for authorities to trace. Some pirates did bury their gold, but not for the reasons stories claim. Burying treasure was a last resort. When the British Navy or Spanish armadas began hunting pirates more aggressively, captains like William Kidd and Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, were forced to hide their loot until it was safe to retrieve it later. Many never made it back, leaving behind legends of hidden treasure that fueled centuries of myths. Even today, treasure hunters search islands across the Caribbean and coastlines of the Indian Ocean, hoping to find what those pirates left behind in their final moments of desperation. Pirates spent their gold in extraordinary ways. In ports, they bought fine clothes, jewelry, and weapons, not for luxury, but to show dominance and freedom from the laws of kings and nations. Many pirates gambled heavily, losing in one night what they had risked their lives to gain. Rum flowed like rivers in the taverns of Nassau, where drunken celebrations often turned violent. A pirate with gold could live like a king for a week. But when the coins ran out, he was back to the sea, searching for another ship to plunder. The cycle of greed and poverty defined the life of a pirate. Unlike noblemen or merchants, pirates had no future or family legacy. Their wealth existed in the moment, spent fast, lost faster, and remembered only through fear. However, the most surprising truth is that gold was rarely the main goal. Pirates were practical. Ships often carried goods far more valuable than gold: medical supplies, textiles, sugar, or gunpowder. Many pirate crews had secret deals with traders who would buy these items on the black market. This created an underground economy that stretched from the Caribbean to Africa and even Asia. Some pirates grew rich not by stealing gold, but by selling captured cargo to D. As the golden age of piracy began to fade, the world's oceans grew quieter. But the mystery of their treasures grew louder. The 18th century saw the death of many famous pirates: Blackbeard, Calico Jack, Bartholomew Roberts, yet none of them took their secrets willingly to the grave. Each left behind whispers of hidden vaults, buried islands, and coded maps scratched into the wooden walls of ships. These clues would become the foundation of every treasure legend that followed. But what really happened to the stolen gold when the pirates disappeared? Did it vanish into the sea, or did it survive, scattered across forgotten shores? When a pirate knew that capture was near, his first thought wasn't of escape, it was of secrecy. Many captains trusted no one, not even their crew. They buried parts of their loot on remote islands or along coastal caves, marking their spots with strange symbols that only they could read. Some used stars and constellations as their map, memorizing the direction of the setting sun or the shape of a rock formation to find their way back. Others went a step further. They killed anyone who helped them bury the treasure. That way, no one but the captain himself knew where the gold was hidden. It was a brutal but effective way to ensure silence. One of the most famous legends is that of Captain William Kidd, a Scottish sailor turned privateer who was hired to hunt pirates but became one himself. After seizing a ship loaded with treasure from the Indian Ocean, Kidd supposedly buried his gold on Gardiner's Island near New York. When he was captured and executed in 1701, the location of his entire fortune was lost, or so the story goes. Centuries later, explorers and divers searched every inch of the region. In 2015, a group claimed to find a 110-pound silver bar off the coast of Madagascar, believed to be part of Kidd's treasure. Whether true or not, such discoveries keep the myth alive. Proof that pirate gold might still be sleeping beneath the waves. But the truth is more complex. Most pirate treasures were never buried at all. Much of the loot was quickly spent in trading ports exchanged for rum, ammunition, and favors. When pirate havens like Port Royal in Jamaica were destroyed, one by a massive earthquake in 1692, whatever gold remained sank into the sea. Archaeologists diving in the ruins have since found coins, jewelry, and weapon fragments buried under coral, hinting that some of the most legendary buried treasures were not hidden by men, but by nature itself. The ocean became both a graveyard and a vault, swallowing history one storm at a time. Still, stories of buried chests spread like wildfire, especially among sailors and explorers of the 19th century. Books like Treasure Island turned these legends into adventure tales for the world to dream about. But behind fiction lay fragments of truth. Pirates often used natural landmarks, palm trees, cliffs, and caves, as secret markers. They carved strange signs into rocks or even into tree trunks, a cross, a skull, or a simple arrow. Some historians believe that what treasure hunters later mistook for maps were actually navigation notes written by sailors who never meant to hide gold at all. But myths have power, and in the case of pirate gold, myths became more valuable than the treasure itself. Another fascinating truth is how these hidden riches changed the local cultures of the islands they touched. In the Caribbean, rumors of buried pirate gold influenced generations. Fishermen and farmers spent their lives searching the sands by night, guided by superstition and greed. Some even claimed that the spirits of dead pirates guarded their loot, ghosts appearing with lanterns at midnight to warn anyone who dared dig too close. In Madagascar, stories tell of the cursed sands, where those who found gold soon met their deaths. Whether coincidence or curse, these tales gave pirate gold a reputation darker than death itself. Not all. Centuries have passed since the last black sails vanished over the horizon. Yet the legend of pirate gold still refuses to die. The ocean remembers everything. Beneath its calm blue skin lies the weight of history. Cannons, broken masts, shattered chests, and coins that once gleamed under torchlight. Each one carries a story of greed, courage, betrayal, and loss. But in modern times, the story of pirate treasure has evolved from myth to mystery science, from ghost tales whispered in taverns to global expeditions armed with submarines, sonar, and satellite maps. And yet, despite all our technology, the sea continues to guard its secrets fiercely. By the 20th century, the obsession with pirate treasure had become a global fever. Adventurers, historians, and dreamers all sought proof that the old legends were true. Some did it for glory, some for money, and some simply to touch history. Among the most famous of these modern treasure hunters was Mel Fisher, who spent 16 years searching for the lost Spanish galleon Nuestra Señora de Atocha, sunk in 1622. In 1985, his team discovered it, over $400 million worth of gold and silver glittering beneath the sea. It wasn't pirate gold, but it was the same kind of treasure pirates once chased and died for. The discovery reignited the world's fascination, reminding everyone that the ocean's vault was far from empty. But there are those who believe some pirate treasures are truly